What is up? What is going on? And welcome back to Cozy Talks. This week we got UFC Qatar, Armin Sarukian versus Dan Hooker in the co-main being Bilal Muhammad and Ian Machado Gary. But before we get into that, Joe, let's do a little quick recap of this last weekend's event, UFC
22.
323 or 322,
Yeah,
Islam versus JDM. Sorry.
you're good. Before we get into that, though, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Hit that notification button. Also, make sure you share with a friend who's into MMA or is a casual and needs to get their ball knowledge up. With that being said, let's get into it. Oh, wrong button.
Yep, we
Wrong
appreciate it,
one.
guys. We
Well, look at all the
appreciate it.
scenes. Look at all the scenes. All right. First fight, we had Vyacheslav Borshev and Mateus Camilo. This was the opener of the prelim. To be honest with you guys, Z and I did not pay very much attention to these first couple fights because we were playing blackjack.
Yep,
But we did, we
I could
did,
agree.
but we did, we did peep some of the rounds. What we can say is that Camilo did, exactly what we thought he was going to do. He was going to play into his grappling because that seems to be Borshev's weakness. Borshev fought off a few of those takedowns and he looked to, defend it pretty well, but he did get stuck a lot in the first and second round. Third round was the round we really paid attention to, and third round was the round where we definitely thought Borshev won. And yeah, I mean, it was according to the scorecards, it was pretty one sided. So that was obviously his best
Yeah,
round. But yeah, so my pick in this one was Camilo. Yours was Borshev.
yeah, I had Borshev.
Unfortunate. He's probably cut from the UFC after that one. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. And the next fight, we got Beisunger Sursakai versus Eric Kaneko. This was a weird fight because Beisunger started the round still sitting on the cage after the ref said fight, and he kind of just like tried to just be, he tried to just be kind of cocky and shit, and he almost got his ass beat throughout the first round and part of the second, and then third round comes around and he just totally clips Mechanico and drops him on his face. Um, not much to it. I mean, Sir Sakai was supposed to win. His round one prop was pretty heavy, and that's what we were on mostly for this guy. So it's kind of unfortunate
Yeah,
that nothing smacked until the third round. But I did have a play with this KO prop, so that's nice.
yeah. I mean, that fight was just weird. 100% honest though. I'm not. I don't feel like buying into the hype train anymore. This dude was a minus 11,000 favorite, and took it all the way to the third and got the finish. I'm pretty sure the finish happened after like both of them like landed like nut shots or like an eye poke.
Yeah,
Both of them were like landing dirty shots on each other, and like the fights was paused at multiple moments. But yeah, Suzakayev most definitely looked like he was inbound for an L,
yeah,
early in that fight,
yeah,
especially against a guy like Makhanako.
yeah, yeah. Mechanico.
Ruzi Boyev starts him in round one.
Mm.
So I mean,
Granted, it was short notice, but still, you're right. It was around one knockout, but
yeah, I don't care if it was short notice.
yeah, he killed him. Sir just needs more development. I think he's gonna be good. I mean, he's Hamzat's training partner, but yeah, more to come on him. We'll see what happens. Moving on, we get the women's going at it. We get Angela Hill and Fatima Klein. This is Aaron Blanchfield's training partner, another fellow New York resident. Uh, this was a fucking as about as one sided as a fight can get. This one here, Fatima Klein had every single advantage going for her. Her striking on the feet was clean. She had great jabs and great overhands. She also had really good grappling going on in this one. A lot of control time played into her favor here, and Angela Hill just had no answers for her. There was a few moments there where it looked like Klein was going to get her out of there, and it just didn't. Um, Angela Hill's a hard one to gather. Like I said, she's never been knocked out. She has been submitted a few times, but most of the time she loses on the scorecard. Her scorecard record is pretty insane as far as like decision wins and losses goes. But it was a big win for Klein. 9-1 now. Just beating Angela Hill, who was a ranked girl at one point. So who knows what's next for Fatima Klein, but I think rankings are going to be in her future very soon.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty dominant fight from Klein. Um, I had Klein winning that fight. I thought she could get a submission.
Hmm.
Being one of the ways Hale has lost besides decision.
Hmm.
So, but Klein got the win.
Yeah. Moving on, we get Pat Sabatini and Chepe Mariscal. Uh, we were on. Well, I was on Pat Sabatini, and
I was
then
on Chepe.
you were on Chepe, and yeah, this is another one-sided affair here. I mean, first time they fought, Chepe won on the scorecards. This time, Pat Sabatini just dominated him and just had way more fluid wrestling and jujitsu play. And yeah, Chepe just had no answers for it. He was stuck on the ground. And usually I mean, he was pretty live on the feet though. I mean, he cut up Sabatini with a head kick at the end of the first. Sabatini walked off with 3 seconds left and just ate a head kick. Uh, but yeah, no, Sabatini every chance he could took down Chepe and just held him down, and that was all she wrote. It wasn't too much to it. It was kind of just lay and pray.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't really got much. I wasn't really watching that fight.
yeah. Next one. This was a great snipe by me. If you were watching the show, I called the Kyle Dawkins sub. Uh, I just had that feeling, man. You sometimes you get a hunch. Yeah, Kyle Dawkins versus GM3. GM3 is probably done, dude. I mean, like we said, I think I wouldn't be shocked if he just calls it a career. He didn't do it inside the cage, but maybe we'll see a tweet or something. I don't know. If he does get another fight, that's kind of wild. I think he's at the end of his leash. Um, but yeah, Kaldakis, he goes from fighting Michelle Pereira to fighting a GM3. Feels like it's kind of a step backwards in competition. Uh, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but it seems kind of true though, because Michelle Pereira was ranked at one point. So Cal Dawkins getting the finish here, especially by sub over a guy who is pretty credentialed with the submission game, and being a late round dog. This kind of feels like the next step for Kaldakis. Maybe now we'll see him get either at a top 15 shot. I don't know if you really get it off a GM3 though, but I think him finishing both of his opponents in back-to-back matches kind of gets you closer to that.
Yeah, that knockout though for Dawkins was like right there. If he
he,
if
he
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 if
dropped
he
him. He
decided
dropped him.
yeah, if he decided to just ground and pound there, I mean,
He would have got
but
him
I
out.
guess I guess he wanted the sub, so he got that Darce choke in.
Yeah. Moving on, we get the upset of the night. By a long shot. I mean, super heavy favorite guy versus a short notice Ethan Ewing. Ethan Ewing looked really, really good, and just like
Yeah, I mean,
just like the commentators were saying, this was kind of just like a more of like a showing of technicality. Wellmaker, he's known for his power right hook and his counters, and he's known for having some decent boxing. But Ewing was definitely the more technical guy in there, and definitely landed the crisper shots. And he just looked like the more complete fighter between these two. I think Ewing coming in is actually a great thing for the featherweight division. Unfortunate for Allmaker. I think getting that undefeated monkey off your back, getting your first loss is it's a great way to learn from what you think you're good at and actually seeing what you need to improve on. So I think it's a
yeah, I
good thing.
mean that Ewing kid as well, dude. He had a chin on him. He
Mm-hmm.
had a chin on him. There's a few times where Wellmaker, did land some pretty heavy, nasty shots on him later into the fight when they were both getting pretty gassed. And I mean, I remember seeing Wellmaker land that spinning elbow, and then Ewing just ate it, and then just landed 1-2 right after it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah. As much as it sucks to see Wellmaker get that first loss, Um, it's most definitely. I feel like it'll most definitely benefit him.
Yeah.
Um, especially a guy like Wellmaker. He'll most definitely look at some of the mistakes he made during that fight. But yeah, like I said, that kid, man, Ewing, most definitely came to play
Hmm.
and got the upset win.
Yeah. What's next for him? Who knows? He could be getting Barcelos, or he could. Oh, I was about to bantamweight. Never mind. What could he get?
It's it's crazy too. He just won a title in regional like in a completely different smaller organization on the 7th.
Yeah.
And then 48 hours notice stepped in to fight Wellmaker and got the dub. So I mean, yeah, how good is this kid?
Yeah. Full camp. Who knows how good this guy can be? Moving on, we get the ladies. We get the rematch between these two, Aaron Blanchfield and Tracy Cortez. We called it. I mean, there's no reason this match should have been made. This was kind of a step backward for Aaron Blanchfield. She should have been fighting. They really need to remake that Macy Barber and Blanchfield fight that was the one that fell through. Tracy
100%.
Cortez should not be fighting Blanchfield, who's what she was ranked the number 3 or number 4 girl, and she was ranked the number 8 or 9 or whatever it was. Like there's no reason for her to fight up to where she was. And but Blanchfield, she proved why she's where she is. She obviously learned a lot from that loss to Tracy Cortez back when she was 19 years old and in the regional scene, and smoked her down quick. Bull rushed her in the
Yeah.
second. Fucking got a choke with no hooks in. Kind of just like, see, it was weird. It was like she was kind of like rolling over, but she still had her neck and she just got stuck. It was kind of a weird way to lock it up, but it worked. And yeah,
Yeah.
Trace Cortez on the OnlyFans now.
Yeah, exactly like you were saying. I mean, I agree 100% with you. Aaron Blanchfield was just she's up there. She's up there with high class, high level MMA, and Tracy Cortez was just unmatched when it came to that fight.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I had Blanchfield winning that as well.
Yeah, yeah. What's next for Blanchfield? I mean that's a big win for her. Like I said, I think they got to do the Macy Barber fight, or they give her uh who's in this division. Give her. Well, they can give her Minot because Minot's. They probably give her JJ. They probably give her Jasmine.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun fight. Jasmine Jazavicius. I'd like that fight. But yeah, let's move on. Next fight: Roman Kopilov versus RoboCop. Gregory Rodriguez. This one was yeah. I mean, it felt pretty one sided. Um, RoboCop just had the stronger punches. Every time he landed, you could tell that it had an impact on Roman Kopilov, and he was pretty scared to engage. Uh, and he shot takedowns, which was kind of the thing I was not thinking he was gonna do. I thought he was gonna just kind of work his kickboxing and keep his range because that's what he's known for. Is crazy fast leg kicks. Uh, but yeah, I mean, nothing got going for Kopilov, and that was kind of that was just the beginning of the end for him. Robocop just overwhelmed him with volume and with his power, and just took full advantage of him.
Yeah, RoboCop just walked Buddy down.
Hmm.
Kopylov was trying to hit him with everything, and then this big thumb person just kept walking him down. So then
The thumb person.
Kopylov Kopylov just he didn't get finished, which I don't think he has been finished in his career.
He's been
But
he's been choked out. He got choked out by Fluffy, but
I choked out. But yeah,
not
it
knocked
hasn't.
out. I don't think.
Yeah, it hasn't been knocked out. But yeah, RoboCop, the thumb person, just walked him down. So. I
Yeah,
did I did have Kopylov winning that fight. I thought he could maybe edge it out against RoboCop, but
I think that just speaks to how good Cannonier is, man. I mean, Cannonier just blitzed RoboCop, but then again, in that same fight,
yeah,
Cannonier did get kind of waxed or hurt.
that, that was a 5 rounder too.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, what's nice for RoboCop? I mean, that's a good bounce back win. He could get back in the rankings off of that one, and who knows who he ends up fighting. Hermanson dropped out of the middleweight, but we'll talk about him in a bit. Who knows who he could get? He could get Abus, or he could get Michelle Pereira.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's move on. Next fight, we get the featured prelim. Don't care. Move on. Just kidding. Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. We were both heavy on Rodolfo Vieira, and it was mainly because he was with the Fighting Nerds, and I was pretty optimistic that his jiu-jitsu was going to translate well and his striking would improve being in that camp. Clearly, it was not. Clearly, it was not the case here. The dude looked like he was stuck in mud and was a punching bag. Ended up being a kicking bag at the end of it. Got his head taken off and had a nice nap in the middle of the mat. So yeah, Bonico looks really good. I mean, that's striking. I mean, you read the numbers: 94 strikes on 143 strike attempts. I mean, that's pretty efficient striking. For for a guy who is a very credentialed wrestler. Um, yeah, I mean, he looked really good. That's all I can really say. I mean, he's improving, and that's what we wanted to see for Bo Nickel, but still not on my fan list yet. Still on the shit list for me.
Yeah, I'm still not a fan of it. I mean, as clean as that head kick was, and it was a nice head kick.
Yeah.
Still not impressed. Sorry. I'm gonna be a hater. Just wait. I feel like just wait until Bone Nickel just like touches someone in like the top 15. Then we're gonna see some like heavy wrestler now. We're not gonna see like a striker. Because I mean, who who even is in the top 15
Piper,
for for middleweight? I
Herm,
mean, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hermanson,
Put put him up
um,
against a dude like Pfeiffer.
Cannonier, Paulo Costa. I don't have it in front of me. It's just kind of the guys that are kind of laying around the top 15.
Yeah, Joe Pfeiffer, Vittori, Costa, Delize, MVP, Cannonier.
All those
That's
guys
all.
are,
That's all top
bro.
15.
All those are like big middleweights too, dude. Like those are guys that will make
Yeah.
Bo Nickel look tiny.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't I don't know, dude. And like another thing as well is like yeah, he has a lot of strikes. He has a lot of strikes on shown on this fight, but like Vieira just didn't I don't know, dude. I don't know what to take from this fight. Like, is Bo Nickel that good, or is Vieira just that shit? Like, that's what clicks in my head, dude.
Yeah.
Um, like I don't know. I don't know. I also kind of want to say that Vieira threw the fight. Nah, I don't want to say that, buddy. You're trading with the fighting nerds, dude. The
Yeah.
fighting nerds. You got Carlos Prates knocking out dudes who've never been knocked down in their UFC careers. Gene Silva, who's fucking finishing guys. Mauricio Roof. I don't need to get into all that. They're a good gym and they got good strikers in their gym. And you're telling me Vieira has been training with them, and then even walks out with their head coach in his corner, and then gets absolutely bitched by a dude named Bone Nickel. I'm not impressed by his striking, bro. His striking was not clean at all. The only clean thing he ever landed in that fight was that head kick. That was the only thing. That was the only fucking thing. Cause he hella faked it out. He hella faked it out. He was going to the bottom and then fucking went to the top with it. But other than that, bro, just give him someone in the top five. Watch Bo Nickel get bitched again, like how he got with
Mm.
RDR. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on to the next fight.
Yep. Open up the main card. We got Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. This was over before it even started. I mean,
This was a crazy fight. That or not even, I wouldn't even call it a fight, but that was just literally what 20 seconds in.
yeah,
Insane. That
that's the way we said
Dari,
it was going to happen too. Dariush has been pretty
yeah.
chinny, and like I said, Benoit, in a new camp, he just looks dangerous now. Who he gets? Did he have a call out? I don't remember if he had a call out or not.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing him talk.
But
Maybe,
I think
maybe he did.
if they give him someone, they give him Gamrot.
That would be a good fight. That'd be a pretty interesting fight. Um, I that's just it was kind of crazy though. It was kind of like I don't know. I could just be a fat ass just sitting on my ass on my computer chair.
I
Yeah,
could have eaten
but
that.
like from a lot of strikes that I see in that division, in the lightweight division, that didn't look like it was too. It was too. Never, actually, never mind.
If he
He
was
hit
ranked
him
clean
right. He
enough,
hit him
yeah.
right. Yeah, he hit him right in the side of the head. Tell him shut the fuck up next time, Joe.
Uh,
Yeah. BSD just clipped him right on the side of the fucking noggin and put Grandpa Dariush out. I think Dariush should honestly retire. I don't want to see him keep getting killed like this.
well,
I mean,
he came in
he
heavy
took
in this fight too, and that's kind of been his problem is he has a hard time cutting the weight because he's done it on multiple
he
occasions.
well, he most definitely can't move up a weight class, so he
No,
needs to figure it out. So
but
I think retiring is it.
yeah, yeah, he's a great win for Benoit though. He's definitely going to be in the top 10 or fighting for a top 10 spot down the road. Next fight, this was the fight of the night in my opinion, or at least one of them. This one and the one after this were definitely the my two fight of the nights. Uh, but Leon Edwards versus Carlos Praches. Um, yeah, this was a great fight. First round went kind of exactly how we thought it was going to go, but I thought it was going to go like that the whole fight, where Leon Edwards is going to put his wrestling shoes on and just try and
Yeah.
wrestle Carlos. And he backpacked him at the end of the first and peppered shots onto Carlos from his back. And then round two starts, and you know Carlos just puts the pace on him. And then when Edwards steps in, Praches fucking launches a left hook down or left straight down the center and fucking knocks Edwards clean off his feet like that
Yeah.
like that punch had some mustard on it and
I
fucking
feel like I feel like he
flattened
caught him.
him.
He caught him when Edwards was kind of like backing out a little bit too, and then yeah, just put him right on his ass. One of the crazy things about that knockout too is that as soon as he knocked out Edwards, Edwards fucking falls flat on his back and then looks up and starts fucking smiling, dude. Puts
Hmm.
on the biggest fucking smile I've ever seen, and then Pratis just lands another one straight to his mouth. And then Edwards just keeps smiling, and the ref just hops in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a crazy knockout. I mean, one thing I said during that was honestly, where was that against Ian Gary, dude? I mean, and
I think Ian
one
Gary's
thing,
just
one
that good, man. I don't
yeah,
know.
one thing you had said too is like Ian Gary just shut down that Muay Thai timing.
Just disrupted it. Yep. That's what he's
Yeah,
good at. He's
um,
really long and rangy, and he manages well.
yeah. I mean, I guess Ian Gary is just that good.
Mm,
But we'll see when he fights Bilal Muhammad. I
yeah,
think he's just gonna bitch Bilal Muhammad, honestly.
yeah. But yeah, as far as matchmaking goes, I mean, this was statement made for Prochess. This is what they needed for the welterweight division. We said for this fight and the Morales Brady fight that if there's finishes, then that kind of gets you in contention for the title shot. We got to finish here on the side of Prochess over Edwards, who has never been knocked out. That's a pretty big statement made. So he's definitely in that conversation now. But moving on to the next welterweight fight, as you can see, another knockout finish. This time, Michael Morales, 18-0, now 19-0, knocks out Sean Brady in the first round. I mean, the dude's a fucking freak. Who knows how long he's going to
Yeah,
sit in the welterweight division? He's probably going to move up at some point in his career because he is massive. He doesn't show any problems with cutting the weight though, so that's why it's so intriguing to me that he's where he is, and he totally just Sean Brady only shot one takedown, and it's because of how Morales came in with the game plan of matching the height and staying low to so that way he couldn't get beat to the shot, could get his hips back if
yeah,
he wanted to. He could also play the knee up the middle and whatever. But Morales just has nukes in his hand, man, and yeah, he beat the bricks off of Brady, and
yeah. That
we
was
we called that though
oh
KO for Morales.
yeah, oh yeah, and that was really clean to see from Morales. I mean, it was really smart too to see what he came out came out with. Keeping real low with
Mhm.
Brady. But yeah, I mean, this kid got power, and he was bobbing Sean Brady's head left and right, and then finished the fight. So
Yeah, yeah,
he was an underdog coming into this fight, being the bigger fighter, being
yeah,
undefeated. I mean, this kid's kind of a freak, in my opinion. He's kind of one of those like athletic freaks that come out of like the southern countries like
Yeah,
Brazil and shit.
yeah, yeah. For matchmaker in this one, kind of same thing as Process. You're in the conversation for a title shot. You got Process, you got Morales, you got Shavkat, you got Ian Gary. You got all these guys in the mix. Kamaru Usman apparently, Islam said he wants to fight Kamaru Usman, but that's kind of doing a disservice to these guys if you let Kamaru Usman come in after sitting out close to 2 years, gets a win over Joaquin Buckley, and then now he gets the title shot. That'd be pretty disappointing in my opinion. I feel like it's got to be one of the four guys like that I just mentioned: Morales, Shavkat, Praches, or uh Ian Gary. I think that's what I said, right? I remember who the four were: Morales, Ian Gary, Praches, and Shavkat. Yeah. It's gotta be one of those four guys. However you gotta spin it. If you gotta do a number one contender fight between Morales and Praches, or Praches and Shavkat, and then however you want to do it, but you got to get one of those guys involved, 100%. Can't be Kamaru Usman, bro. If it's Kamaru Usman, that's gonna be really fucking frustrating. But anyway, let's move on. Let's get into the first title defense. We have Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. There was levels to this. Let's just be upfront about this. There was levels to this. Valentina Shevchenko looked giant as fuck compared to Zhang Weili. And reading the numbers on paper, you're like, yeah, these girls are the same size. This should be okay for Zhang Weili. No, the mass was the difference here, dude. Valentina Shevchenko looked bigger than Zhang Weili, which is hard to do. Zhang Weili looks like a stacked little Chinese lady because she is. But Valentina, whatever milk she's drinking, works great for her. She ended up being the fucking wrestler here, and that was probably the last thing I expected. I thought Zhang Weili was gonna just totally just dominate her on the wrestling. But
Yeah.
anytime she came in and initiated a clinch, Valentina just fucking ragdolled her. And seeing the size difference between a flyweight and a strawweight after this fight, I'm like, yeah, Zhang Weili, she just needs to go back down and just keep running her division because she doesn't have any chance up here in the flyweight division. Kind of sucks for Mackenzie Dern. She's probably gonna get smoked by Zhang Weili when she comes back down, but Valentina, a win here. I would probably say she's either number one or number two in the GOAT conversation. And I'll say right now she's number one, but depending on how the Kayla Harrison Amanda Nunes fight goes, if Amanda Nunes beats Kayla Harrison, she's undisputed number one GOAT.
Yeah.
And that's the only way that you could move Valentina from the number one spot right now, in my opinion. She's definitely the modern
I
era
mean,
GOAT.
Shevchenko has lost to Nunes as well, right?
Twice. First was a
Yeah.
split though.
She's
It was really close.
what was the second?
I think it was just unanimous. We
Oh,
we,
just unanimous Nunes.
we can look. Nunes split was the first one. Or was that the second one? Oh, unanimous was the first. Oh, unanimous. I had it other way around. Split was the second. This is the one that people thought she won, and then this was the one that she lost pretty outright.
Hmm, for sure. Yeah, I mean, most definitely if Amanda Nunes comes back and just goes out there and beats Kayla Harrison, yeah, Amanda Nunes is 100% undisputed, no arguments,
Yeah,
the GOAT of women's MMA to come out of retirement and then to come and win your belt back and then
yeah. Beating people,
go
beating Holly. Well, she beat Holly Holm. She beat Cyborg.
new
She beat Rousey,
yeah, Rousey.
and then you beat Valentina twice. If you beat Kayla Harris, yeah, there's no even debate for it. You can't even like try and hold a candle to Amanda Nunes if she gets the win over Kayla Harrison.
Yeah.
Matchmakers for this one. I mean, like I said, Zhang Weili's gonna go back down. She's gonna fight for the title right away. Valentina, she's probably gonna fight Natalia Silva. I think that's the fight to make now. Not really any other names come to top of my mind. I mean, Mino Fiero, she just won, but she's on a 1 win streak.
Yeah.
Natalia Silva is on like what, a 5+ fight win streak. I don't even know how big her win streak is right now, but she's definitely the more impressive resume. And it's new blood. It's someone new that Valentina hasn't seen. So that'd be a fun fight for sure. But I'd probably still take Valentina in that one. just because of the wrestling. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
hard to
yeah,
it's hard to
base
not pick her.
also based off of this fight, I mean, yeah, like you said in the beginning, most definitely shows levels to this
Hmm.
game. And yeah, Shevchenko showed that in this fight.
Yeah. Let's close out the recap real quick. All right, last fight. Same shit as the fucking other championship fight. Another lay and pray. Another just totally one-sided fucking affair here. Very, very much. There's just levels to it, man. I mean, Islam looked like he looked smaller, but then he looked to just be uh, way more dominant in every sort of way. He totally beat up Jack's calf, and you could see it in between rounds, and every time they were on the ground, you could see him grimacing in pain because his leg just got beat up, and he couldn't really put weight on it, and that was his problem. And he every time he got taken down, he got held down. This is like you said, Z, when we were watching this, was like DDP versus Hamzat.
Yeah.
It was just one guy has that insane Dagestani wrestling, and the other guy has no defense for it. Um, I mean, yeah, there's not much I can really say about these title fights, just because I was pretty bored watching them, to be honest with you. We witnessed greatness, yes, but I was really not expecting both of them to go to decision. I was really hoping for some violence and some finishes, and we didn't get any of that, and that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go back and like be like, yeah, I did think this, but like I did kind of talk about this a little bit, speaking about how big this was for Islam. And I mean, in reality, dude, if you were to look at this, Islam doesn't care if this is an exciting fight. He doesn't give a shit about what the fans want. He doesn't care about entertainment here. What he cares about is getting that belt by any means necessary, just like Hamzat did.
Mm,
I mean, Hamzat went in with that game plan that he was going to secure the belt. And what easier way and kind of risk-free way can you cruise your way to securing that by using your skill that literally dominates fucking MMA?
yeah.
I mean, that's honestly that's the sheer reality of it, and I I was rooting for JDM because I mean he was an underdog. He's a champ. I like his style. He has a fun style, and I mean I was rooting for him, but at the same time I was kind of rooting for an exciting fight. I mean, you look back at like Conor McGregor and like Khabib. Even though Khabib choked out Conor McGregor, that was still an exciting fight.
Mm,
Khabib was in there striking with McGregor. He
yeah.
was in there. He was in there fucking exchanging with him. Yeah, Makachev just said, "Fuck that, dude. I want
Mhm.
my double belt."
Yeah.
So yeah, he just absolutely fucking, and I'm sorry, did the most boring shit ever and just held JDM in half guard. And yeah, he was going for a couple of submission attempts. I mean, he almost locked up that Darce, but I'm sorry, all you fucking Dagestani hug fucking fans. JDM got out of it in the late rounds when Islam was bitching him for the whole fight. JDM still got out of it
Hmm.
after getting bitched, and you could clearly see JDM was crying, dude. He was fucking sad. His coach even said that to him when he went and sat on the stool. He said, "Get that fucking sad look off your face."
Hmm.
So yeah, that was boring for a historic fight night like that. Those both of those championship fights were boring in my opinion. But hey, it's MMA, and that honestly, like I was saying, you got these dudes who are so heavy in these wrestling and grappling backgrounds. When it comes to these critical wins, yeah, they're just gonna fucking wrestle you, and they're
Hmm.
just gonna secure that dub.
Hmm.
The why would Islam fucking stand with JDM? Why would he?
Yeah. Right.
Why would he? I mean, Why it is going to be the same thing if he fights Ilya. Why is he going to stand with Ilya? Ilya's been knocking dudes out. Why is he going to stand with him?
Yeah.
Nah. So if Islam and Ilya were to happen, or even Islam versus Kamaru Usman, bro. Nah, I feel like Usman would kind of give Islam just a little bit of trouble. I'm not gonna lie.
Usman's got some good wrestling. He's got some good counter
Yeah,
wrestling.
and it, Usman is a bigger welterweight. I mean, we were saying JDM was a bigger welterweight, but nah, Usman is most definitely a little bit thicker than both of these dudes right here. So yeah, that would be kind of interesting to see, but I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. Like you were saying earlier, I'd much rather see Prates, Shavkat, Gary, or
Morales.
Morales. Yeah,
Yeah.
or Morales. But going back into this, I mean, dominant performance by Islam. It's pretty much what I had expected. I was rooting for JDM. I wanted JDM to keep the belt, but I mean, like I was saying, these dudes that they go down to what really dominates in fights, I guess, especially in these fights. But yeah,
Yeah, that's it for the recap, huh? That's all we
yeah,
got. All right. Let's close it out there on the recap. We'll come back. We'll talk about Qatar and the next one. We'll see you guys soon. Stay cozy.
yep. Stay cozy.
Peace.